Hey, how's everybody?
Hey, Todd.
How are you, Daryl?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hey, Miss Paula.
Hello, Todd. Did you know it's my birthday today?
Did not know it was your birthday today.
So
Say
thank you so happy birthday.
Thank
Thank you so much for doing this on my birthday. I'm taking that as the best present ever. So thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paula. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
What's up,
Thank you,
Moon?
everyone.
Hiya.
How are you?
How are you all doing? I'm good, thank you. Looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Charlotte, how are you? How are things in Oklahoma? All right, are we waiting for others? And what do we want to do today with this Zoom? And again, welcome. Hey, Rebecca.
Hi, Todd.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Thank you ever so much for doing this for us.
Of course.
I think I can see a couple of
people
my... Hey, Rebecca. Sorry. I can see a couple of guests of mine here. So hello,
Okay.
everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I should have a guest on as well. Got no glasses and I can't see anything. They're on my head.
They're on your head.
Yeah.
Hey, Sabrina's here. Sabrina's coming to Barcelona, Todd, so you'll meet her.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, Sabrina.
Everyone's kind of shy, aren't they? They soon won't be.
Yeah, Sabrina, she really hates on it. Sabrina, I promise I don't bite.
Sabrina did a chat. Sabrina did a chat. Hey, Todd.
I saw
she
it.
did a chat.
I saw it. Can't wait to meet you all. Can't wait to meet you too, Sabrina.
So if you want to start, Todd, you go ahead.
All right, you may do a normal overview on the company.
I think so.
Okay. Who we are, what we're doing, where we're going.
Perfect.
Exactly. I
A bit of
think
India.
Paula, do you want a bit of a presentation as well? Like what would you want?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just general overview. I'm really excited for our new system that's coming through. So if you've got any sneaky little things you can drop for that, that'd be great.
Well, it'll be live in 4 days, and obviously we did do
4 days.
Yes, and we did a demo on Saturday. So if you guys want to see it, just go to the Saturday training call, which is recorded.
I saw that. It's amazing.
Yeah, and that's your demo.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy with just an overview and what you would normally sort of share with people, because I know that the people that I've got in here, they've already seen a presentation, and I know Hazel is actually joining us, but it might be next month. But I said it'd be a really good chance to see it from the world's best coach and mentor, Mr. Todd Strand. So
If flattery will get you everywhere, especially
I know.
especially with me. You sound like one of my daughters. Oh, you're one of your. I told you how great you are lately.
I can imagine.
How you been? You're like, okay. All right, what do you want? All right, hey everybody, we are excited you guys are here. For those of you
Can I
that
interrupt a minute? Is Charlotte Emily in? Because said she was in the waiting room.
Yes, she's there.
Perfect. Sorry, Todd. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. So for those of you I've never met, my name is Todd Strand. I'm broadcasting from our home in Las Vegas, Nevada. My wife and I, we have a home in California, which is where we raised our kids. And now we have a second home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, my wife and I are two very normal, everyday people. My wife managed a large department store, a retail department store where they sell clothes and they sell kitchen gadgets and silverware and vacuum cleaners and things like this. And she did that for 20 years. Now, for those of you that have been to the United States, it's a Kohl's department store. And if you work at Kohl's, yeah, you make a living barely, but you're not getting rich, right? You're living paycheck to paycheck. And so we were, two everyday people just trying to get by, struggling to pay the bills. And we had a daughter that played travel softball. Well, she got a Division I softball scholarship. And so next thing you know, we're now traveling the country to catch all her collegiate games. So we're living in hotels, we're living in rental cars, we're spending money we don't have. And so we're receptive to the idea of saving money on travel. Now, our home in California happens to be in the same town as the world headquarters of the company you're here to learn about. So we live 13 minutes from the world headquarters of this company. We've known the owner of the company since 1998. In fact, everybody in town knows who this guy is. In fact, he was a runner-up for Entrepreneur of the Year. Now, we say that sometimes, guys, and it goes by kind of quickly. But for those of you that might be golf fans, our CEO and founder was the runner-up. He was not the winner. The person who won was Callaway Golf. Now, if you know anything about golf, everybody knows Callaway Golf. They did $4 billion a year in revenue. But it tells you a lot. The guy who won is doing $4 billion a year in revenue. The runner-up was our CEO and founder. I mean, guys, this is the level of entrepreneur that he is. And so he pioneered the mobile car washing industry in Southern California. And so when he says, hey, Todd, I got this new thing I'm doing, right? He's one of these guys that everything he touches turns to gold. I mean, it just makes you sick, right? But here's his latest gold nugget, right, that he's going to do that's going to go make millions and change industries. So when he said, you got to try my travel product, it's going to save you a fortune, we did. And guess what? We saved a fortune. Well, as other people found out about the rates we were paying versus the rates they were paying, they were like, wait a minute, how'd you get that rate? I'm like, it's this travel that we joined. They're like, what travel thing and how do we join? And so, all it was is just sharing with people the savings. Well, guys, you're going to discover that the number one thing shared on social media happens to be travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. But with us, they weren't just bragging about where they went. They were bragging about what they saved, which caused all their friends and family to say, wait a minute, you went where? For what price? How did you get that rate? And here we go again. Just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It just kept spreading from person to person to person. Well, guys, kind of fast forward this tape a little bit. We have now been with the company 14 years at the end of the month. So this month's our anniversary, but we get to the end of the month, and I'll begin my 14th year in the company. Well, as it spread from person to person, we now have customers in 70, almost 80 different countries. And we went from living paycheck to paycheck till we earned over $1 million in income in U.S., or £1 million, close enough. Earned over £1 million in income in 2024. Earned over $1 million in 2025. Well, we earned way over $1 million this year. Now, we're the same two people that were living paycheck to paycheck just a few years ago. We didn't spontaneously get smarter overnight. We didn't spontaneously get better looking overnight. We didn't, start working harder. In fact, we don't work a fraction as hard today as we did back when we were broke. Okay, we used to work our tails off just to pay the bills. Now we travel, vacation, have fun, and it seems like the more fun we have, the more money we make. It's totally backwards, but we'll take it, okay? And this is happening for people all over the world. In fact, we were just celebrating, we were out last night with Daryl and Maria Roberts. Now, some of you don't know who that is, Daryl and Maria. Let me pull up a slide here real quick. Show you guys a picture of Daryl and Maria. Great couple, by the way. They were baseball parents, and guys, we were softball parents. Now, we've known Daryl and Maria since 1998. Great couple. Let me do it this way. Here it is. Go down here.
They're wonderful people as well. They've done so much for the company because I know, with the training and things, it's world-class training that you're going to get from Daryl and Maria. And to see the news that you're sharing now, Todd, I was over the moon when I saw it. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I was looking for their actual rank advancement notification here, but guys, I'll just show you guys a picture of them. So Del Mario, they're 4-star ambassadors with the company. Let me pull up a picture here real quick. And we've known them for a long time. They were baseball parents. We were softball parents. But they just became 4-star. So we actually went out to dinner last night with them and some of their team. And it was a pretty pricey dinner, by the way. We spent $1,100 on dinner. So it was an expensive dinner, but it was a lot of fun celebrating them. But this is Jill Maria right here. Oops, I can't see here. Hold on, I'll click this off. All right, so this is Jill Maria Roberts right here. So again, they were baseball parents. And guys, they make over $500,000 a year with the company. And all they did was go out and share with all the other baseball parents how they could save money on travel. And it just spread from person to person to person. And so again, the number one thing shared on social media is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. Well, obviously the spread, the income boomed. And this is happening not just for us, but for people all over the world. So I want to just upload our PowerPoint. I'm going to walk you guys just through the slides pretty quickly and succinctly and help you guys get a better understanding of who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, and more importantly, why you might want to participate. Because again, if you want to travel for less, we can document that we can help you save a fortune on travel. If you want to travel for free, we can document that many people are saving more money than they're spending with our membership. Well, if you're saving more money than you're spending, what does the membership cost you? Well, if I'm saving more money than I'm spending, it costs me nothing. And our biggest membership gives you 2 vacations per year. So if you're getting 2 vacations per year with the membership that costs you nothing, what are you paying for the vacations? Well, nothing. There it is.
Todd, sorry to interrupt you. May I ask you to record it or put me as a co-host and I'll record it and I can get it all shared out?
You can record on your computer, you mean?
I can, I think I can, if I'm co-host, I think I can record it.
Okay, hold on real quick. So we can do that.
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
But wait, you are a co-host. You're already a co-host.
Okay, let's.
I made you
recording in progress.
There, thank you.
There you go. Perfect. All right. With that, guys, so again, we want to welcome you guys to our presentation for our UK team. So I was sharing with everybody about our company, Travorium. We are in our 14th year in business. The company, by the way, has paid out $73 million in commissions around the globe. We are projected to do $100 million in revenue this year. We have over 50,000 people who will take a vacation with us this year. We've done hundreds of thousands of travel bookings. We have offices on 3 different continents: Temecula, California, Madrid, Spain, and we have an office in Almaty, Kazakhstan. We have customer service in multiple languages. And if you look at that amazing couple there on the screen, those are our founders, David and Adela Hart. In fact, Mr. Hart was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, Inc. magazine. Now, we're going into the single largest industry in the entire world. And this surprises a lot of people. But guys, when you look at the travel industry, it is over twice the size as the gas and oil industry. Now, we hear about gas and oil in the news every single day, and that's a big industry. It's about $5 trillion. But travel just hit $11 trillion. And according to Bloomberg Finance, it's going to hit 15.5 to 16.5 trillion in the next 9 years, making it 3 times the size as the oil industry. Now, the dirty secret in this business is the fact that 2 companies control the entire space. That's something that nobody seems to know. The fact that 2 companies own every travel site that you can think of. Now, I'm a big believer in what I call documentation over conversation. So what I want to do for you guys real quick is actually play for you a very short clip from NBC News. That's a big-time news network in the United States. From NBC News investigative reports so that you can better understand how the travel industry actually works. Here we go.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of 1 or 2 companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company. Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one or two companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
All right, guys, you got to hear directly from NBC News. Investigative reports that the same two companies own every travel site you can think of, and price shopping is not going to help you either because, calling the hotel directly, because the hotels get all of their business from these same two companies. And if they were to undercut their price, they would just kick them off their platform, and there goes all their business. They go into bankruptcy. That's not about to happen. So you have this price collusion that's happening in the travel space that's allowed these guys to jack the price up. So here on the screen, this is a screenshot. On the right, that's Expedia. On the left, that's us. It's the same hotel. It's the same room. It's the same date. It's the same everything. The only thing that varies is the price. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on. You guys are $2,000 less. How can this even be the same place? How are you guys getting a better rate than Expedia? And the answer is that we don't. We don't have a better rate than Expedia. $2,300, our rate, is the published wholesale travel agent rate. The rest is the artificial markup that Expedia puts on there. That's how they make their money. That's how they pay for the tens of millions of dollars in commercials you see on television. That's how they became a multi-billion-dollar internet company. They're one of the biggest in the world, making billions and billions and billions of dollars, right? Although they do not own anything travel related. And you're thinking like, wait a minute, hold on. They don't own a cruise ship. They don't have a hotel. They don't have a car rental agency. How are these guys making billions? It's right here on the screen because they're jacking the price up. And because they bought up every travel site you can think of, they control them all. When you go shop, all you see is a price that's very similar, making you believe, well, it must be a good deal. I checked 7 different sites. They all have about the same price, not knowing that the fix was in. I'll give you guys one more example. Here it is. Just click over here. There's another example. Here on the right, that's Expedia. Here on the left, that's us. Now, this is a place in California over in the San Diego area. And by the way, guys, millions of people from all over the world every year dream of going out to the beautiful weather in California. Man, we're going to go to the beach. We're going to go to Disney World. We're going to go to the zoo. They got a famous zoo there in San Diego. We're going to go to SeaWorld. And then you got mama like, we ain't going anywhere. Why? Because I got some internet site jacking the price up, making travel untenable for the average family. And at some level, that should infuriate you. I mean, again, how many moms and dads save up all year long dreaming of taking that trip? And you got some internet site making it impossible. Guys, that ends tonight. We're bringing a brand new model to the travel industry. We call it the Netflix model. Now, if you think about Netflix, Netflix does not make money selling movies. Netflix makes money selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. Guys, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book at $1,900 instead of $5,000. You want to talk about cruises? We got every cruise line you can imagine. You want to talk about their price? You want to talk about our price? Guys, we can do this all night long. We can go hotel by hotel, rental car by rental car, cruise ship by cruise ship, shopping, dining, entertainment, show tickets, all kinds of stuff, right? We're showing people how to do the one thing they've always dreamed of doing their entire life at a price they never knew was possible. And whoever invited you to watch this presentation can do what we call a live pricing demonstration, where we open up Expedia, we open up our site. I did one just last night, and they wanted to go to Orlando. Now, if you don't know this, Orlando's the other Disney location. You got California being one, then the other Disney locations in Orlando, Florida. They got Disney World. Well, 7 million people a year go to Disney World. So I pull up Orlando on our travel site, and the first place that comes up is the Disney Coronado Hotel, right? Well, on Expedia's site, it's $7,000. On our site, it was $2,000. Now, out of those 7 million moms and dads who search, because 7 million people go there a year, all 7 million people have to find a hotel. All 7 million people are doing exactly what I did last night, searching for a property. How many of them would love to know that I can book a hotel for $2,000 versus $7,000? Now, that's a Disney property. Maybe you just want to go to the DoubleTree. How many would love to know you can book it for $800 instead of $2,100? I mean, it doesn't matter what level of hotel you're going to, the principle is the same. How many would love to book it for half the price? And you're thinking like, well, all of them. But they don't know that that's possible because the only thing they've ever been taught their entire life is retail travel. They don't even know what wholesale travel is. If you go ask your friends, hey, have you ever thought about booking travel at wholesale? They're like, what? What are you talking about? Do you mean Trivago? Or, I mean, all they know is a retail site. They don't even know what you're referring to. And guys, that's the new idea. That's the thing we're bringing to the marketplace. Now, again, when you understand our entire membership and all the different ways you're going to save money, I mean, again, just booking one hotel can pay for more than an entire year's worth of the biggest membership that we even have. Well, if you're saving more money than you're spending, then what does the membership cost you? And the answer is, well, if I'm saving more than I'm spending, it costs me nothing. And if you're getting 2 vacations a year with that membership, what are you paying for the vacations? Well, nothing. There it is. Guys, we're not just showing people how to save money on travel. We're showing people how to earn free travel. And that's a new idea. You can't do that at Booking.com. You can't do that at Expedia.com. This transcends anything you've ever seen because it goes to the most fundamental desire of moms and dads, billions of them, all over the world. In fact, I ask you now, what does a mom, because we're a mom-driven company, we're 75% moms, 25% dads, 82% of all travel decisions are made by moms, by the way, and not dads. So, I mean, this is a mom-dominated company, a mom-dominated industry. And then you ask any mom, what do you care about most in this world? Is it your hair? Is it your makeup? Or is it your kids? We all know the answer. They dream of taking their kids on amazing vacations. But guess what? I can't afford to do it. That is until you show up and you show people how they can book it, number one, for half the price, a price they never knew was possible. Then number two, if they'll tap into all of our different savings platforms, if they'll tap into our ecosystem, we can create the money, create the savings, create the income so that you can take your kids on those vacations without using any of your own money. And that's what they care about most. If I can take my kids on vacations without tapping into the already stretched family budget, I'm in. And guys, that's why our company's doubling in size every 12 to 18 months. Now, what kind of vacations am I going to get to go on? Well, number one, guys, we have thousands and thousands of vacations you get to choose from. This is not a timeshare. We're the anti-timeshare. There's no blackout dates. You can book 24/7, 365, anywhere in the world. You don't have to go to any stupid presentations. You're not going to become a travel agent. You're not booking travel for other people. Who wants to do that? I mean, and forget all that, right? Forget anything you've ever known. If you were going to design a model for your own kids or your own mother, this is exactly what you would design. Wow, look at all these savings I can get. Look at these unbelievable prices I can get. I can save a fortune with the company. And on top of that, they're giving me 2 vacations per year. We're talking 4- and 5-star vacations, the Ritz-Carlton, the JW Marriott, the Grand Hyatt, some of the nicest places on the entire planet. And I can go there for basically nothing. So I'm simply going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to become accustomed to. Now, this is a place that my wife and I went to not that long ago. This is in Cabo San Lucas. This is a place called Garza Blanca. I mean, absolutely beautiful resort. And you'll see my wife there on the balcony, overlooking the ocean. Hi, honey. And if you guys were to go Google this place, you'll see that this place can run as much as $1,000 US per night. And it's beautiful. But you're going to be here 7 nights, 8 days. We came for nothing. We paid zero. Goose egg, zilch, cero dinero. It translates in every language. If it's for free, it's for me. And so, guys, this is one of the vacations we get every 6 to 7 months. You want to go to the Canary Islands? It's $1 per night. You want to go to Cabo, where I was just at? But you see, you know what, Todd? I don't want to get the studio like you had. I want to get the full kitchen, the living room, the separate bedroom. Well, guys, those aren't free. Those are going to cost you $149. Not per night, not per person. It's $149 for the entire 8 days. We're talking $18 a night. You want to go to Orlando, Florida? get the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, full kitchen, living room, right? Kids have got their own room. Mom and dad have their own room. Life is good. Right outside the Disney area. Guys, you're there for $17 a night. Now, the signature thing we do is our world tours. And guys, these are always at 4- and 5-star resorts. So this is a place that my wife and I went to. You can see, obviously, we're oceanfront. There's my wife there on the balcony. Guys, this was a 5-star gourmet, which means this wasn't buffet food. This was all the high-end restaurants, all the gourmet food. And again, 5-star, all the food, all the drinks, all the alcohol or otherwise if you drink it, everything included. We were here for 5 days. And look at this, we had a jacuzzi tub on our balcony. I mean, guys, every night we're in the jacuzzi watching the sun go down. You get the sun on your face, the wind in your hair, you got a glass of champagne in your hand. It's going to be a good night, all right? Now, where do we get the champagne, right? There's my wife drinking champagne. It was in the room when we arrived with the chocolate-covered strawberries. Guys, we had 2 TVs, 2 bathrooms, 2 balconies, all the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything for $399 was our total price. Again, this is one of the vacations we get every 6 to 7 months. You want to go to Crete, Greece? Look at this place. This is all inclusive, all the food, all the drinks. It's $179. My friend Hillary went there, and she sent me this video. Check it out.
Hello, I just arrived at Crete, Greece. I have to show you my room. It's
She's going to show her room here, right? Okay, we got a bed, we got a bathroom, great. And here's the main thing, right? All the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything included. She's oceanfront in Crete, Greece for $35 per day. Guys, that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, 24-hour room service, wine, beer, champagne, whatever you want, as much as you want for $35 a day. Guys, you can't afford to stay home for $35 a day. You can travel to the nicest places in the world for less money than you can afford to stay home. I mean, whose side are you on? Now, here's a place in Sicily, Italy. This is the Grand Palladium, another beautiful resort. All the food, all the drinks, all the booze, everything included. We're sitting here oceanfront for a few $100. Here's a place in, this is Vail, Colorado. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are in the UK, so you may not know that Vail, Colorado is one of the most coveted ski destinations in the entire world. That's my wife, right? This is our room. Guys, the rooms here, by the way, here's a picture. The rooms go for $1,700 per night to $7,000 per night. Now, if you're in Hollywood, you're a billionaire, you're a multi-millionaire, you don't go skiing at Breckenridge, Colorado. You go to Aspen, Colorado, or you go to Vail, Colorado. This is Vail. They price it so that average people like my wife and I can't come because it's just too expensive. This is one of the nicest ski resorts on the entire planet. We were here, breakfast included. The breakfast for 2 people at the Grand Hyatt is $96 a day. So we were there for 5 days, breakfast included, for $500. I mean, guys, you're going to the kind of places that most people have only dreamed of. You want to go to Venice, Italy? $259. You want to go to Dubai? $7. That's right, $7, especially $1 per day. If you don't have the dollar per day, get together with Paula, she'll loan it to you, and you can just pay her back later. I mean, guys, we're removing every barrier that stands between you and the life you've always dreamed of. You want to go to Montego Bay, Jamaica? That is a 5-star, all-inclusive, oceanfront, all the food, all the drinks, all the booze, you and your significant other, and you're going to be there for less than $600. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? How about $4 per night? What's that in pound? Does it really matter? I mean, 3 pound, 4 pound, does it matter? Right? It's no money per night. You want to go to Hawaii? It's $100 per night. You want to go to the famous Knickerbocker Hotel in Manhattan? These rooms go for £800 per night. You're there for basically $100. You want to go to Qatar? And guys, this is the Ritz-Carlton in Doha, Qatar. It actually won an award as one of the nicest hotels on the entire world. And you guys can come here with you, your spouse, your 2 kids, breakfast and dinner included. Now, guys, they're not serving Fruit Loops or Cheerios at the Ritz-Carlton, okay? We're talking every kind of fruit, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. They got the champagne bar, they got the baristas, they got the chefs making up the omelets any way you want, okay? I mean, by the time you're done with breakfast, you ain't gonna need lunch. And then you got dinner. They're not serving top ramen or SpaghettiOs at the Ritz-Carlton, right? We're talking about unbelievable breakfast and dinner, one of the nicest hotels in the entire world, and you're there for less than $400. Guys, that's you, your spouse, and your 2 kids. It's $100 per person for 5 days of unbelievable luxury with breakfast and dinner included. Again, you can't afford to stay home for that price. You want to go to the Maldives and get the private bungalow above the water, with the private swimming pool. Guys, we got places all over the world. We have 3 levels of membership. We have our small, our medium, and then the one that everyone actually buys. So the small is $52 per month. What am I getting for $52 per month? Well, I'm getting to book it better than travel agent rates on hotels, rental cars, cruises, excursions, entertainment. Again, we have many people saving thousands per year with the membership. $52 per month is a joke. Now, for $22 more per month, you get the medium membership. What am I getting for the extra $22? How about 1 actual vacation per year? And then we have our platinum. It's our number 1 seller by far, not even close. 95% of our sales come in at platinum, and it's $269 one time only, and then it's $135 per month. Now, what am I getting for $135 per month? I'm getting to save thousands of dollars in all the different ways I referred, saving more money than I'm spending, and I'm getting 2 actual vacations every year at the tier 1 pricing I was showing you here throughout the presentation. Now, guys, last night I mentioned we went to this dinner with Daryl Maria Roberts, and they have a brand new team right here in Las Vegas. There was Daryl, me, there were 7 of them. 7 of them, and you know what they all do for a living? They sell timeshare. They sell timeshare. They're sitting around the table, literally laughing, joking last night about the fact that they all that day had sold somebody $40,000, $90,000, $60,000 for a product that is not even equal to what you just saw right now for $269. And that's why they're all signed up. Like, I mean, the one guy goes, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to continue to work there. I mean, because before I thought it was a good product, but now I'm selling people $40,000 and I know they can get something better for $269. And so, guys, again, we have something unbelievable here. This is better than those programs that people sell for tens of thousands. And moms and dads are paying it every single day of the year. Every single year, thousands and thousands and thousands of people buy a timeshare. Guys, never buy a timeshare, right? We're bringing a brand new model, something much better than the timeshare. Now, what's it? You say, Todd, tell me about the money-making side of things. Guys, that's a $99 decision. So for $99, I'm getting the back office, my ID number, the replicated website. I'm getting the marketing videos, the training, Travorium University. I'm getting all those kind of things. And by the way, if you are in the United States, there's a lot of different tax write-offs you can tap into. The same is true in Canada. I don't know about the UK and the specific rules there, but it's worth looking into about whether or not I can get some tax advantages for having a home-based business. But then you say, hey, tell me about the money-making side, right? How do I actually go make money? Well, that begins by telling 3 people. When you tell 3 other people about our membership, okay, you are now earning more than you're spending, which means that $135 a month, it's no longer coming off my credit card because they now take it out of the commissions that I'm earning because I referred 3 people. So again, I tell 3 people, not even coming off my credit card. From there, you say, okay, well, how do I make more money? Well, your team begins to tell people who tell people. The number 1 thing shared on social media is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. And we give our customers what we call incentivized sharing. So we're giving the customers 30, 50, 70% off, and we're giving them the incentive to share those savings online, to share those savings in social media, to share those savings with their friends and family. What's the incentive? Tell 3 people your kids get free vacations. That's a pretty big incentive. And so, guys, that kicks in what I call the social sharing ripple effect. And so every time you save money, every time somebody gets involved, it's like dropping a rock in the pond and you see the ripples spread. But in this case, my wife and I, we signed up, we began saving money, we began bragging about it on social media, right? Not only where we went, but what we paid. All those friends and family around said, whoa, hold on. How are you getting these crazy rates? This travel thing we joined, some of them joined. They begin to save money. New rocks are getting dropped in the pond. The ripples are spreading in all these different directions. Then they get friends and family that say, whoa, how are you getting these rates? Then they start saving money, and you guys look at it, it just starts to mushroom with the rocks being dropped in the pond everywhere, and the customer base begins to explode. Now, that means that you're going to start earning a huge income every single Friday on the customer base that's being built, whether you work or not. Now, who thinks that's a good idea? This guy. His name is Warren Buffett. He happens to be the 7th richest man in the entire world, probably the smartest guy on the planet when it comes to money. Now, he's 95 years old. He's worth almost $200 billion. And in the United States, Warren's on all of the financial shows, constantly being interviewed by anyone and everyone. He's known as the Oracle from Nebraska, the financial, guru. He's the Yoda, right? If you're looking for a Star Wars term, right? And so Warren's always so measured in everything he says. He's always so positive in everything he says. And yet here he's got this ugly quote, this ugly prediction for our lives. Unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. Now, Warren, who's always so positive, why would he make this ugly statement? I mean, like, Warren, man, dude, don't write my fortune cookies, all right? I mean, I want happy fortunes, not I'm going to work until the day I die fortune. So why would Warren say this? And guys, he's literally just trying to shake the computer screen. He's trying to just smack you for a moment and say, guys, the old rules that told you, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job, it's all going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. And people are figuring that out in mass numbers, which is why there's been an explosion of people doing Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart. I'm sure there's some of the terms that we have in the United States that you have similar things over there. Instacart's people who deliver groceries, DoorDash people that deliver food. They're doing Airbnb, selling stuff on Amazon, eBay, doing TikTok videos, YouTube videos, crazy stuff. And guys, those things are all fine, but they're just another job. If you're not driving Uber, there's no money. And the average Uber driver makes like 19 bucks an hour. In fact, I got a guy right now, he drove me and my wife home from the airport on Sunday when we got back from Miami, and he's getting ready to sign up. You know what his problem is? He's got $149 in his bank account. That's it. He's driving Uber every day, and he's broke. He's got no money. What do you think that's going to change? I mean, you're driving 12 hours a day, and you're broke. I mean, you're going to start driving 24 and skip sleep? I mean, it doesn't work. I mean, there's just no more hours to give, which is why you have to learn a new way to make money. Now, who else thinks this is a good idea? Maybe a guy you guys have heard of. His name is Richard Branson, owns a little thing called, Virgin Airlines, Virgin Galactic, putting people in space, right? And guys, here's his quote. All future jobs in the next 20 to 30 years are going to be created by things you're learning about right this very moment. I mean, you don't have to like it, but do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Because this is the way the trend's going. You may not like it, but this is the way the trend's going. You don't make money bucking the trend. You make money going with the trend. Now, here's how powerful that can be. Here on the screen, this is Pastor Guy Taylor. He's out of Memphis, Tennessee. Him and I shared a birthday together. And Pastor Guy, he had a lot of health issues. He needed a kidney transplant and some other kind of things, but he got involved in our company. He went out and told 3 people, got himself some free vacations. And the pastor, he was a modest guy. I mean, didn't make big money, had a modest house, modest cars, modest income. And next thing you know, here he is at the Ritz-Carlton. He's at the JW Marriott. He's at the Grand Hyatt. These places that go for $1,700 a night, $1,200 a night. He's in all this luxury and opulence. Well, friends noticed, right? They did. You think they didn't notice that when you're posting on social media? And his friends are like, whoa. Did you win the lottery or something? How are you paying for these vacations? You drive the same crappy car I do. How are you paying for that vacation? And it's like, it's this travel thing I got involved with. What travel thing and how do I get involved? Guys, that's all the more complicated this is. The rest is us complicating our own mind, right? I mean, people dream of traveling, and when they can learn that they can do it the kind of prices we're talking about, guys, it spreads person to person. So the good pastor went out and told 4 people, put 2 on the left, 2 on the right. You're just driving 2 teams straight down. Well, guess what? Those 4 people were all saving big time money on travel. They were all posting on social media. They were all bragging about where they went and what they paid. And they're probably going, Anyway, so those 4 people told a couple people each. You've now got 8 customers in the left leg, 8 customers in the right leg. And the good pastor was now earning minimum $300 per month, cannot be less. And he was earning up to $700 per month, with his average check being $550 per month. No big deal. Well, those 8 people on each side told a couple people each. The good pastor had 25 customers over here. He had 25 customers over here. He was now earning minimum $750 per month, cannot be less, and earning as much as $2,000 per month, with his average check being $1,500 to $2,000. Well, unfortunately, this is where the good pastor's health issues came back. And good Pastor Guy actually died 5 years ago, May 3rd. So just a few days ago was his 5-year anniversary of when he died. Now, when he died, he left his business to his granddaughters. So although he went away, that $1,500 to $2,000 per month, that check does not go away. That check keeps coming in every single month. The only question is, who's the money go to? So you go to your kids, your grandkids, your church. He left it to his granddaughters. This is Gracie. She's 6 years old. This is Ava. She's 4 years old. Now, these two little girls are too young to run a business. So they put the money into a trust account, and it gets invested on their behalf. Well, guess what? Those 25 customers on each side that were generating that $1,500 to $2,000 per month, they kept traveling. They kept posting on social media. They kept bragging about where they went, bragging about what they paid. Friends and family noticed, and the customer base got bigger. Next thing you know, they got 63 customers over here, 63 customers over here. And the good pastor's income went from $1,500 to $2,000 per month to $2,000 per month to $3,000 to $4,000 per month, right? Most of our three stores are $3,000 plus. Some are $4,000, most are $3,000 something. So he went from $1,500 to $2,000 to $3,000 plus per month after he died. Now, how many of you, if you were to die tomorrow, would not only keep getting paid from your employer, but then they would give you a pay raise? I mean, no, you're like, no, guys, this is a new model, a new way of making money. This is what's going to be required if you want to make it in the new economy. Those 63 on each side kept saving money, kept bragging about it on social media. Next thing you know, people noticed, customer base got bigger. Now there was 125 on the left, 125 on the right, and the good pastor's income went to $4,000 plus per month. Then they told one person each. The good pastor went to $10,000 a month. Then they told one person each. The good pastor's income went to $15,000 a month. Guys, he's knocking on the door of $20,000 per month. He's gone from $1,500 per month to $15,000 per month since he died. And that was 5 years ago, just a few days ago. And those two little girls, they get that money every single month. That money gets invested on their behalf. They will be millionairesses by the time they get to touch that money at age 18. All because their granddad was willing to try, willing to buy, told a few people how to save money, went on some great vacations, had an amazing time. Thank goodness, thank the Lord, before his time was up. And he got to go to some incredible places. And guys, as that team continues to grow, so does the compensation. You're not limited to $15,000 a month. We have 2 families in this company right now earning over $1 million a year. We got 4 families making over $500,000 a year. We're approaching 100 families that are making over $100,000 a year. And guys, we're just getting started. I mean, the real growth has not even happened yet. The travel industry is so big that if we only captured 1/100th of 1%, that's for your calculator, that's 0.0001. 3 zeros and a 1. If we only capture the tiniest little sliver of the travel industry, that'll make us a $1.5 billion company, which means we'll go from 100 people making $100,000 a year to 5,000 people making $100,000 a year. And we'll have, countless families making over $1 million a year. And that's if we just capture one little tiny sliver. Guys, we're doing things in travel that have simply never, ever, ever been done before. We're showing moms and dads how to take their kids on amazing vacations without tapping into the already stretched family budget. That's a new idea. You can't do that at Booking.com. You can't do that at Expedia.com. Understand that for every market leader, there's always an alternative. For every Coca-Cola, the #1 soft drink in the world, there's always a Pepsi, 7-Up, Dr. Pepper, Squirt, some kind of an alternative. For every McDonald's, the #1 fast food chain in the world, there's always a Burger King, a Wendy's, a Hardee's, a Sonic Burger, or some other local place you guys might have there in the UK. For every Domino's pizza, there was a Pizza Hut, Papa John's, or some other kind of pizza place. For every Microsoft, there was an Apple. For every iPhone, there was an Android. But in the travel space, there is no alternative. 2 companies, I showed you the NBC News video. They own it all. There's no alternative. We are bringing that alternative. You are that alternative, and you don't need everybody. People always think, man, I got to get everybody. I talked to 10 friends that didn't like it. If you look at the world's richest man in the world, the richest man in the entire world, Elon Musk, okay, he's worth $700 billion. And he owns Tesla, you know, the car, Tesla. You know what percentage of the global population owns a Tesla? 0.1. That means that 99.9% of the global population said, nah, not buying a Tesla. Only 0.1 said yes, and he's the richest man in the world. You don't need everybody. You just need a small, tiny percentage of the people say, man, I like the way these guys are doing it better than the way it's been done for the last 200 years, right? We're bringing a new model to the travel industry. And guys, the only thing we're missing is you. And so if you'll get back with whoever invited you to be here, they can do a live pricing demonstration. They can answer questions. They can help you understand we're in our 14th year. All this is on 3 different continents. And we got over 50,000 people going on vacation with us this year. Oh, and by the way, here's a great new slide. I was going to show everybody. What did I do with that? I didn't save it there, did I? See if I can find this real quick. If you guys know what Trustpilot is, I have a slide that does this, but rather than find the slide, let's see if I can go here. Give me 1 second here. So Trustpilot is one of those things that people go to find out whether or not a company's worthy. You know, I mean, how good are they? It's a independent third-party rating system. So here's Trustpilot. Click on share. So you guys can go here yourselves. You go to trustpilot.com. And when you go here, you guys can put in expedia.com. And you can see that they got a rating of 2. You can put in booking.com. You can see they have a rating of 1.8. And you can put in Travorium, our company, and you can see that we have a rating of 4.8. Okay? Guys, this is the social proof. We are bringing a new model to the travel industry. We're doing things that have simply never, ever been done before, and we're just getting started. We're at the beginning, not the end. And if after tonight, if you and your family are not traveling the world for free, you got to look in the mirror and say, it's on me. Because we're removing every barrier you can think of. There's even more things we can do in the UK as we get bigger there. There's more discounts that we can bring to the marketplace in the form of shopping and dining and show tickets and gasoline and parking and those kind of things. If we simply build the UK a little bit, there's even a whole nother set of things we can put in where customers are saving way more money than they're spending, which means they're getting those 2 vacations a year. But you guys are the pioneers. Who makes the most money in anything? The pioneers. Who made the most money at Microsoft? The people who went to work there yesterday, or the people who were there with Bill Gates in the dorm room way back when? Who made the most money at Facebook? The people who joined the company yesterday, or the people who were part of the launch of it in the dorm room with Mark Zuckerberg? Who made the most money at Apple? The people who went to work there yesterday, or the people who were there in the garage with Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak back when they were first creating that first Macintosh computer, right? Guys, the money's always in the pioneering. You guys that get to not only pioneer the company, you get to pioneer the country, the entire country of the UK. Who likes to travel more than anybody on the planet? People in the UK. All right, I mean, you guys are the #1 travel country in the entire world. Guys, I was in Uzbekistan not but 90 days ago. I crossed the border with goats, okay? People love to travel. We got 1,200 people in a room. I was in Kyrgyzstan. Same thing. I was in Kazakhstan, Almaty and Astana. The average income there's less than $1,000 per month. Over 1,200 people in the room. People traveling like crazy. We got more customers in Uzbekistan than we do the entire UK. I mean, guys, that's just because we've not found the leaders to make it happen in the UK. You guys can be those leaders. And you say, man, I'm the one putting UK on the map. I'm the one that's going to make it happen. Guess what? Everybody who's opened up a marketplace for us, whether it be the French team, the Spanish team, the German team, the Russian team, they opened up, different parts. Every one of them is crushing it financially. And we want the same thing to happen for you. So with that, Paula, we'll open it up if there's any questions. But I just want to thank you guys for having me on here today. And we can continue to do these every week if you wish. The same bat time, same bat channel. Because this is in between my call in Spain and my call with the Russian team. So we can make the UK slot the 10:30 slot, 10:30 my time, that is. This is what, 6:30 your guys' time?
Yeah, that'd be amazing, Todd, if we can. Are we up for that, everyone? Thank you so much for all of that. Is there any questions that anyone would like to ask any guests would like to ask. I know that some of the guests can't speak. I've got a question for you though, Todd.
Yeah, I
When
muted,
I-
I muted everybody. I'm going to unmute everybody so they can unmute themselves if they want to. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. You're a co-host. So you can unmute. They can't.
So when I talk to people, Todd, people are saying, well, no one's traveling. Look at the state of the world. Things are scary out there. And then when I look in my groups and I'm chatting with the people I chat with about travel, everybody is traveling. Now, I have a conversation like this almost every day. It's where you're looking at the world, what lens you're looking through, that's going to predict how you're going about things. So what are your thoughts on that at the moment? The world is as it is. We don't dwell on that, but we do get people that come to us and say, well, no one's traveling, but they are. We're proof of that.
Yeah. All you gotta do is go down to the airport, right? Because every airport you go to, it's packed. Every airplane I'm on airplanes every week, guys. Every plane's packed. The place we were just at, the hotel rooms, they sold out. They were out of rooms. If you just look at the travel industry, if you go back like 10 years ago, it was being reported as an $8 trillion industry. It just crossed over 11 trillion. I mean, guys, it went from 8 trillion to 9 trillion. The entire oil industry only does 5 trillion. They went from 8 trillion to 9 trillion to 10 trillion. We hit 11 trillion. The article I shared with you guys, this is Bloomberg Finance, one of the biggest financial publications in the world. They put out the article 2 years ago saying that travel is going to go from 10 trillion at the time, and now it's 11 trillion, but this article is 2 years ago. They said it's going to go from 10 trillion to 15.5 trillion. They've come back and said, sorry, we made a mistake. It's not 15.5 trillion. It's now 16.5 trillion. They've actually upped the number by $1 trillion.
Trillion.
In the last 2 years. Guys,
you just can't argue with that, can you? The fact is, I mean, I know you always lead with evidence, and this is very clear evidence.
Correct. And it's like, so I'd rather go sell skincare. Okay. That's a, I think it's a $14 billion marketplace. I mean, guys, again, I mean, there's just no comparison. I mean, you're talking about 14 trillion versus anything else you can think of. In fact, there's a great example I'm probably going to do at the upcoming convention, where if you take a certain size industry and say, take this piece of bubble gum, like the kind of bubble gum machine, put the quarter in or 50 cents, you get the big round gumball ball, right? So pretend that each one of these gumballs equals 10 billion, okay? So if you're talking about like the skincare industry, you might have 14, or actually be less than that. Be like you might have 10 gumball balls, right? And then if you take the healthcare industry, the nutrition industry, or you take this industry or the weight loss industry, and you got 25 gumballs, right? And then you say, let's look at the travel industry, and it's like 2,800 gumballs. I mean, it's not even close.
Filling the stage.
Correct. It's exactly right. It takes tower after tower after tower after tower, and people are like, holy crap. I mean, nothing even comes remotely close to the size of the travel industry. And so don't believe your don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe the airplanes. I mean, you can go to the airport and you see the airport's packed. Just go to Heathrow. Airplanes are packed. Hotels are packed. Travel's booming, and it's being driven by demographics. You have emerging markets, China, India. That's part of it. And our company just opened up India, by the way. And
we've got a question, Todd. You continue, but then there's a question in the chat.
Yeah, this is from, I was trying to figure out how to unmute people.
I don't think it's working, but there's one of our team, Viv, is here, and she's got her friend Anitha here. Hello, Anitha. She's from India, but currently lives in Scotland in the UK. Can you give her a quick few words on India, which is what you were about to go into, so I am sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, India is the largest population in the world. It's larger than China. In fact, the population of all of the countries that are in Europe is 700 million. The population of the United States is 330 million. So if you take all of Europe and the United States, that's about 1 billion people. India is 1.4 billion people. It actually takes 2 United States, 1 Europe, and you're still smaller than India. It is one of the fastest growing network marketing markets in the world, one of the emerging markets. And then the other thing that's driving travel is demographics. For people my children's age, right? If you look at the millennials and Gen Z, they represent 62% of the global population. That's almost 2 out of every 3 people on the entire planet are in their 30s or all the way down to probably age 14. So between age 14 and I think 39, 2/3 of the population. For the young people Travel is not a luxury. Travel is a necessity. They want experiences, not things. They would rather have a dream vacation than a dream luxury item, right? And so this is causing the travel industry to explode. Whether it doesn't matter if it's a good economy or bad economy. Our company doubled in size during COVID. If the economy were to go bad, guess what? The desire to travel does not go down in a bad economy. People's ability to pay for travel is what goes down. So in a bad economy, people need our company even more so than in a good economy. So today you might have some people like, yeah, maybe I could save money, but I'm not going to do all that. I'm doing great with my job and the stock market and life is good. And, that's beneath me, right? So they don't need us. And don't get me wrong, plenty of people do need us. But in a bad economy, those same people that are too cool for school are like, hey, Paula, hey, tell me about that travel thing again. Because people want to travel, whether it's a good economy or a bad economy. Travel has always been, always will be. You guys can go back to the time of Abraham, they were traveling. The time of Moses, they were traveling. The time of Jesus, they were traveling. We sing that song every year if you're a Christian. And we sing the song, Away in a Manger, right? So we sing that song. And if you read in the Bible, why was Jesus born in a manger? And it says because there was no room at the hotel. There was no room at the inn. The kid couldn't get a room. The kid couldn't get a room. And unfortunately, there was no Travorium app around back then where Joseph could say, oh, hey, Mary, if we go up 2 miles right here and get a great place at half the price. That wasn't around back then. So he was born in a manger, but they were traveling at the time of Jesus. They were traveling 500 years ago. They'll be traveling 500 years after we're all long gone. It has always been, always will be, never going out of style. It's the #1 shared dream in the entire world. And you guys can actually bring a new model to that space. When you look at ExpedientBooking.com, these guys are following the same pricing model that was used back before the United States was even born. So the United States was born in 1776. The pricing model that the travel industry currently uses dates back to the year 1758. So the pricing model is older than the country I live in. And so guys, maybe, just maybe, it's time for something new. And again, you don't have to be the biggest. You just have to bring something different. People always want something different. I'm tired of the same old. I'm hungry for something new, something different. And again, the rest is people getting in their own head, trying to talk themselves out of financial opportunity, trying to talk themselves out of the best shot they got at changing their lot in life. And unfortunately, people do it all the time. They sabotage themselves. Or they talk to a friend. Well, I talked to my buddy Bob, and he doesn't think people are traveling. Is Bob an expert on the travel industry? No. Is Bob an expert on any industry? No. Is Bob financially independent? No.
When's the last time that Bob traveled? Tell me that one, because it was probably about 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, so is Bob even financially viable? No. And we're listening to Bob. Why are we listening to Bob? Bob is broke. Stop listening to Bob.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you so much, Todd. I know you've got another call, so I'm conscious of the time. Are there any other questions that anyone would like to ask before
I just wanted to say it's not just travel. We are a family. So when we go on world tours, we have fun together. When first time I met Rebecca was in Malaga. We'd been speaking online. But what did we do? We ran into the sea. We were giggling.
Yeah.
We just have fun. So life's too short not to have fun.
Amen.
And then you go on some world tours and you've got Todd in the foyer just giving private coaching. It's just like gold. So it's all good. Thank you so much.
Well, here's the kind of fun we're having, by the way. Last night, me and Daryl were at dinner. And we have the women's event coming up in South Carolina. It's going to be in about 10 days or something like that. And of course, they made this declaration. No men are allowed. It's a women's event only. And so anyway, we're going to be there. Last year, I went and rented a car and did meetings other places. But we're just joking, guys. We're not doing this, right? But last night, Daryl and I said, we ought to go there and put on wigs and put on dresses and crack.
I dare you. I dare you.
You really do need to do this. Don't joke about this.
And crash the women's event, right? We'll be in the back of the room. Hi, how are you? We're excited to be here.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes.
That's good PR, that, Todd. Right.
We're sure the pictures would go viral.
It would go viral. Well, most of us will see you in Barcelona, won't we, lady?
Be in Barcelona.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Thank you, Todd.